Hi Collective, welcome to the channel. I'm Crystal. So we're going to get started with a Starseed reading. I know it's been a little while. Let's see what decks I want to use. I guess the Galactic Star we're going to use. It's one of my newer decks. Yeah, so really processing out this Scorpio full moon. I want to keep saying like new moon. I feel like whatever's processing out, it's definitely bringing in these new beginnings, you know. Well, when endings occur, new beginnings do as well. But I what I'm feeling more is like, you know, when you say like there's endings, where, you know, with like Scorpio, that rebirth energy where it's like second chance, like new beginnings emerge off of certain situations. I mean, yeah, so like rebirth is, right? New beginning. But what I'm more feeling is like there's straight up endings and whole new beginnings, right? But I've been getting this lingering energy. Like it might not feel like that because there's certain things that are like not closing out yet, or are happening in phases, or are taking time. Or maybe for some of you, like there's just some that are refusing to accept a cycle is closed or something's ended. I'm more getting like maybe it's just taking some time to close some things out. You know, sometimes things take a process, you know. Like for some of you, like you could be coming out of situations at this time, but like, you know, like you have to allow it. So I guess what I'm getting is like we've been seeing this in the collective, this big reveal. There's been so much that's been revealed. Full moons always do that. They illuminate all the things in the darkness to bring them to the light, right? Like all the things that you try to hide come to the light. Like a lot of things are getting revealed. And the last couple readings that I've been giving is about just this dark energy surfacing. It's like it can't cloak its energy anymore. It can't hide its mask. And for some of you, it's like, I feel like that's where, like, you know that, like, a situation is done and has to change, but maybe it's taking time to close with the world. You know how sometimes it's like you have to put your plan together. You know, if you ever, like, gotten a piece of information or whatever, and you're like, yeah, well, I gotta handle this first. Like, you know, that's more what I'm feeling. So for some of you, maybe this is gonna help you. Give you the confirmation, okay, that a cycle is closing out. It's just taking a little bit of time, okay? But it's being handled for you, I felt. Like, see the Five of Wands, how it's out of its hands? Like, for some of you, it's like, I'm hearing purview, like, you had to be shown certain things to allow the endings, or you wouldn't have allowed it. See, the Three of Swords, it's like certain betrayals and certain things had to be exposed to you so you can understand why they're changing, okay? And that might be why for some of you are feeling a little bit hung up, because you're like, okay, well, you've shown me this, but now what am I to do with this? How do I close out this situation? Like that's great. That, you know, have you ever gotten that? You're like, well, that's nice to know that, but now what am I to do with this? You know what I mean? But for some of you, it's just simply allowing things to fall apart, you know, allowing things to dissolve, allowing, you know, sometimes you just have to allow like the Tower to come in. Wow, look, the Devil. See, there's a strong energy. It's like if you keep fighting, you know, sometimes like you keep fighting to get away, and it's like it makes them want to fight more. Like, what was I seeing yesterday with like the Devil? Oh, I was seeing something. It's like, you know, like when you're like, I don't want to say this, like when you're doing something you shouldn't, like say you have a vice that you're doing, right? Like the Devil doesn't fight you while you're doing that vice, okay? Or you're doing something toxic, right? Devil doesn't fight you. That's why it's easy to do things to escape reality, you know. And to me, devil energy is whenever you're doing like drugs and alcohol and things like that. It's escapism. Like, that's what I mean. Like the devil doesn't fight you when you're doing those things, right? It fights you when you stop doing those things, right? So that's kind of what this is showing me. Like, that's why for some of you, like, you may feel as though it's very challenging because it's like you've been trying to get yourself out of a situation, and it's been more, I'm not saying like, I don't feel like I'm explaining this very well. I'm not saying like continue to do this vice or whatever it is that you're doing that's toxic, like it's gonna get you out. But you need to know, like, maybe that's where you need to have like strength and courage at this time. Because it's like by letting go of the situation, you need to know that now the devil's going to be coming at you to try to stop you. Okay. But it's like you have to not fight with it. See how like they're both like on their phones, right? Like the devil has them bound, right? But they're not paying any attention to the devil. Like for some of you, it's like some things are going to be getting exposed to you, but they don't want you to fight. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to be getting shown like some dark stuff that people are doing, but it's not for you to fight, because fighting with you entertains them. It feeds them, right? It's like maybe you needed to find a different way to close out. That's what I mean with this 9 of Cups energy. Like, just being in this energy of loving yourself, caring, like just accepting situations. Like if you're doing anything toxic, so stop doing it, right? Okay. But no, you're going to be having things come at you that are going to try to get you back on path. That's why, you know, have you ever had like, you tell yourself like you let go of one friend or somebody that's doing something that's not healthy? Have you ever had to do that? You know, I had to drop a lot of my friends, because especially when I was a young mom, because all my friends were into partying, clubbing, going out, and stuff. And like my high school friends, I was like, well, I'm a mom now, or I'm getting ready to be a mom. Like I can't be hanging out, you know what I mean? Especially my friends are getting into doing drugs and things like that. Like I was like, I'm not gonna have my 8 children around that. So I had to drop all my friends, right? And stuff. And have you ever had that? And then all of a sudden it's like, then you know what I mean, making new friends. So like you have to be careful, and they'll send in a lot of the same type of people and situations and stuff, you know. They're like tests. Okay, maybe for some of you there's a test with the Lover, because I'm looking at the Lovers here. Let me put this back in. I feel like I'm scattered. Sorry, guys. I haven't slept very much. I'm kind of, I wanted to get into the cards. I miss getting to do all of my readings with this energy. And I know I've been feeling this intense full moon. What is it? What? Oh, stop it. Stop. Queen of Wands, 5 of Swords. Let's see. Four of Discs. I just heard a powwow. What is a powwow? I don't even know if this is gonna work. I was trying to get this to work yesterday. It was giving me trouble. Yeah, I don't know. That's just, I always, if you guys are new here, when I get certain words that are channeled across, I look them up. It's not because I don't know them, but sometimes they have me look up certain meanings that normally I don't use behind certain words. And if I don't look them up when I get them, I will forget. And it's significant for whoever is in alignment with this reading at this time. See, it's, of course, this stuff, viruses and stuff getting into my stuff. See, it's just, It's just jumping up with all sorts of stuff. It's so sad how they do so much to try to stop me. That's why, like, they think that I gave up, but I didn't. I've just been busy working matrix stuff. Okay. So a powwow is a celebration of American Indian culture where people from diverse indigenous nations gather for the purpose of dancing, singing, and honoring the traditions of their ancestors. It is an opportunity for indigenous people to socialize and celebrate their cultures. The term originated with a nation of the northern Indians, so maybe that's significant for somebody. But see, I knew it was like a gathering, a coming together. Like these four are coming together. Dancing. Okay. Powwows today are the opportunity for indigenous people to socialize, dance, sing, and honor their cultures. They may be private or public, indoor or outdoor. Dancing events can be competitive with monetary prizes. Okay, so in modern powwow, women play a vital role as backup singers and dancers since 1985. The term came to be used as a name for ceremonies and councils, probably because of the important role played by the healer or a holy person. Okay, there's some sort of new beginning in this collaboration and coming together, and these four sitting together, right? I don't know. What was I talking about when I heard that? A large gathering. Okay, socializing, dancing, singing, and celebrating their culture. And meeting. Native Americans are making decisions or having spiritual ceremonies. A talk, conference, or meeting. A magical ceremony. There's something that's coming together here. Let's find out more. I feel... Look, star. Some sort of wish fulfillment. As I touch my star, felt... 5 of Wands. Maybe you're going to be getting some sort of help. And here's 4 more. Like star family. You know... Which is interesting, because I was saying, something is being handled for you or like out of your hands, right? It's interesting talking about like a healer, a ceremony and all of that. And the 4 here and the 4 here. Okay, there's something with 4s and 5s. We have 4 of this, 4 of Wands, 5 of this, 5 of Wands, 4, 4, 5, 5. You could be seeing those numbers, but this is a card of star family, soul tribe coming together, right? A collaboration. Remember I said something is like being handled for you. Something's being lifted. You see the 5 of Wands, it's out of his hands. Something is being handled for you. Like your star family could be like coming together to handle something for you. Maybe they're exposing some things for you. Maybe you just need to ask for help too. You know, sometimes people, you know, your ancestors and stuff, they cannot intervene until you ask for help, right? I remember for the longest time I used to like not ask for help, right? I used to think that I could handle all of my own cleansing, spiritual protection, all of that, until it started to get too heavy, right? Until, yeah, I had to start asking for protection. And, you know, the reverse ascenders, people sending all of the stuff, you know what I mean? Like, I was just getting tired of battling it all the time. 10 of Swords. There's definitely a situation that is closing out here. 8 of Wands. Very quickly. Some things could literally be getting handled for you. Some things could be getting done in unseen realms that you're unaware of. Okay? But there's definitely this celebration and this coming together. This spiritual warfare is being handled. This is what I'm getting. 2 of Cups, like Wheel of Fortune, like Six of Discs. It's time for things to be balanced and to be fair. Seven of Swords. See, there's been a lot of deception. See how, look, even this cow and these swords are getting, like, sucked up by the ship. I love this. Like, some things are literally being removed. Whoever's been creating chaos and conflict and secrets, like, that's being handled. Page of Swords. See, somebody was, like, plotting with the Page of Swords and the Seven of Swords. Like, somebody was, like, being deceptive. It's like somebody was, like, being a hidden enemy, you know? They were, like, looking for stuff or using stuff against you. Like, they're being exposed. And for some of you, maybe that's what you're being given at this time, and you're just like, well, that's great, you know, like... You know, like, you might not know how to handle this situation, because this could have been, like, a loved one, a family member, somebody close to you. I feel that you're aware. Maybe you started to put boundaries. Maybe you started to be careful what you told this person or how much you let them have access to you or your energy. But you should know who this is. Or you're about to be finding out, and you're going to start to be putting boundaries up there. The cycle's closing out, though, with the world. I feel the universe is closing this out. Maybe for some of you, you just need to ask the universe to help. You know, something I love to do every day is I love to tell the universe, wow me today. Wow me. Or I love when to me, when the universe wows me, like, my jaw drops. I get speechless. And it happens daily. Where synchronicities, or I'll get a download, a revelation, a realization. I will literally see something in front of my eyes. Something will just happen. I love it. So maybe for some of you, need to be communicating with the universe more. You need to realize your power, your gifts. So maybe for some of you, you're realizing that you can connect with your star family. Okay. Maybe you've been disconnected. The Emperor, the Hanged Man, and the Hermit. Taking charge in action. Releasing something. The Magician. Look at all these majors coming out. Next to the Devil. Ooh. Yeah, somebody was doing some dark magic, for sure. In the darkness, an Emperor was. I feel like this is a story that this is what's exposing. Somebody in your family. Somebody that was supposed to build with you. Was used against you. Maybe that's why this is so difficult. What's flipped here? Ten of Wands. They were creating a lot of burdens. You know, that's often what the devil will do too. You know, like the best work, you know, like I'm hearing like the idle hands. The best work of the devil, right? It's one where it's like he has his hands off, like he uses you to tear yourself down. That's why the devil will feed off of your insecurities, your wounds, your fear, get you to cause your own mayhem, sabotage yourself, burden yourself. That's why it loves to control through tactics, through weakness, right? I've been hearing stuff heavy, like all night. There's literally been things that have just been coming at me where I'm literally like, nope, go. You're not welcome here. Those are not, you're not infiltrating my mind, right? Like, that's when I know it's like a lot of spiritual warfare happens a lot on these full moons or whatever. So there's a lot of it, right? I noticed it coming through the phones, through the airways. It's interesting. Certain frequencies in music. It was like it was waves last night coming through. And it's funny how they're on phones and it's like those red things are. I also realized I got sucked into my phone again last night, into the algorithms, right? So you need to be careful. These devices. They're definitely turning up these vices within these devices. Isn't it funny how that rhymes? You know, it's interesting too how, you know, addictive a phone is, right? It is like a drug, right? It releases endorphins every time you hear pings on your phone. The sound of the messages and the likes and in the comments, you know what I mean? Maybe for some of you need to detox from your phones. Disconnect. I know as I say that and you're probably on your phone watching this video. Definitely don't binge on YouTube and videos, right? Take breaks, right? Don't make everything fit too, especially if a reading is resonating with you. Don't claim the entire reading. I mean, I'm all over the place. You know, like, I mean, you are aligning with this energetically, the frequency, but not every situation, you know, like, whatever reader you're watching, like, that's their story. It's their story. You're aligning with them. So part of it could be playing out for you, but it doesn't mean the entire story. You know? That's how when I watch people, like, you gotta know, like, you're watching their story, but you're aligning with them. Maybe you're aligning with them for other reasons, right? Maybe you've already went through that situation. Or, like, it's a situation that you're going to be attracting because you're watching it, so it could be playing out in the future. So be careful what you watch, what you subscribe to. 6 of Cups. Okay. The 5 of Swords. Whatever this is that's being revealed to you, there was a contract here. Contracted from a past life. This could be something that rolled over from a past life. That could be why it felt so strong. 2 of Cups. This is like a soulmate. But look, 10 of Swords, 6 of Swords, like you're moving away from it, like justice. You have fulfilled some sort of contract. I feel you're not indebted to it. Maybe you were. Maybe you needed to serve a certain amount of karma. The Moon. But time is up. Like, you have surpassed. That's why I feel like something is hanging on, because like you passed it. You leveled up. Like, you were in some sort of karmic contract, and like you both needed to experience something, but you have found your way through. You get to level up. It was meant to, maybe for some of you, it was meant to humble you. Maybe it was to shatter your ego, you know, battle of the ego I'm getting. But this humbled somebody, and like, maybe the contract you were in, like, it didn't work for the other party, right? So, a contract, like, I'm hearing null and void, like, it's done. You know, because certain contracts are set to play out, but they don't always play out a way that they're projected to play a certain way, but they don't always go that way. Do you know what I mean? That's why contracts can be rewritten. There can be altercations. There can be, I'm hearing contingency plans. There can be different things. Because sometimes things are infiltrated. Sometimes there's a lot of external factors. But look, something is being handled. 5 of Wands. Like, they don't always go a certain way. Especially if somebody doesn't comply with their part of the contract, right? It's just like, see, for some of you, like, you had a certain contract and somebody just didn't want to partake in it. 7 of Wands. They weren't interested. They, you know, so maybe for some of you, like, you had to go into a new contract, or there needed to be changes because somebody wasn't playing the game with you. Like, I know it's like, not really like to hear playing the game, but that's what it is here in this realm. It's like we're playing a game here in the Matrix realm. So for some of you, maybe you're needing to walk away with this 8 of Cups, right? From a balanced approach, though, but not in a way like... Sometimes you need to accept that just... Sometimes people just... They can't handle. Or they don't awaken to knowing that the connection that they're in. Sometimes they're so consumed by their ego, right? Their little shell of themselves, their projection, that they can't break through that, right? Or they use too much escapism, you know, drugs and alcohol, and they escape the reality. For whatever reason, you know, those vices that are coming out very strong can very much get in the way and can impact these contracts, very much so, right? They, you know, they allow the entities to consume, right? You know, sometimes these vices can literally just be other things too. They don't always need to be drugs and alcohol. They could be entertainment. They could be social media. They could be like soda, things like that. Like literally drinks, different things, you know. Sugar. It doesn't, you know, sugar feeds a very big parasite. You know, they were showing me too. I was just starting to watch this new show last night where he was talking about how, like, he was wanting to divorce his wife. I didn't get too far into it, but, because she was always on her phone and always in her things and not spending enough time with their partner. Sometimes just, like, being too distant and too much in yourself and, too much in, like, your hermit energy and things, too. You know, if you're not nurturing and caring for your partner and spending that time together, that's what I'm getting very strongly, like, just like on the Lovers of the Devil there, right? In those phones. Like, your phones separate you from your lover. Like, you have to learn to put down your phone and spend time. You know, sometimes it's literally those phones that can be getting in the way. And they definitely impact your vibrational frequency and your level to... I really feel there were strong waves going out because, like, I was really irritable last night and feeling a lot of heavy energy that I was trying to purge out, right? And I kept feeling my phone consuming me. Like, I remember I even went to take a bath to calm down, and that's often what I'll do. And I took my phone with me, which I have before, right? And I'll look at a couple of videos or whatever and put my phone down. But literally, I was there for, like, over 30 minutes just, like, stuck on my phone. And I had to get ready for the night and stuff. And I was just like, oh my gosh. I was like, look at this taking me over. I throw my phone down, you know, and it aggravated me more. And then it was like I couldn't even cleanse the energy that was coming through the phone. Right as I look at a cell tower that's flashing up there, right above that billboard. And there was definitely something going on with the phones last night. Alright, I'm going to leave that alone. I'm going to stop talking about that. I don't even know where I'm going with this reading. I'm all over the place. Where'd the card go? What is that? The Knight of Cups? What's the Knight of Cups coming out for? The Star, 4 of Wands, the King of Cups, 3 of Discs, Queen of Discs, ooh, Ace of Cups. I was just shuffling this whole time while I was talking. See, there's love here. There's a wish fulfillment. There's a star. There's healing. There's a beautiful love offer, collaboration, star family, union, perhaps marriage, higher level commitments, true love. I mean, this is beautiful energy that's coming in. But see, maybe everything is just distracting so much that you're not seeing all of this. You know? What's fair is coming in for you. 6 of Discs and the Fool. Maybe that's why all this chaos and all of this needed to be removed. So you get this This movement, this level up. There's something with threes here. Because here's the Three of Cups. There's that celebration. Union. I told you, seeing the Three of Discs. We've been seeing 3, 6, 9 in this reading as well. Here's another 6. 6 of Cups. I'm getting like past life soulmates, soul unions. Coming together with life mates and partners. Spiritual spiritual, I wanted to say communions. I don't even know what that is. But spiritual connections. I heard I don't need to look it up. I don't know. There's something beautiful coming in, and I really feel the devil's been trying to distract and stop, but it's like this chaos and conflict that's been going on, this warfare, like it's being handled, it's being removed, but it's being exposed first, and then it's being removed. So just kind of hang in there in this beautiful energy. Okay, these new beginnings are here. Now here's Ace of Wands. But see, this Page of Swords is still next to the Seven of Swords and the Ace of Wands. Like somebody is really trying to sabotage this new beginning for you. It's like someone's trying to like steal this. No, it's like a portal coming in. That could be why there's so much that is going on too, to try to block you from seeing this beautiful energy that's trying to come through here. There's definitely a spiritual, yeah, there's a new contract here. High Priestess and the Hierophant. There's a spiritual connection here. For some of you, it's like coming together with your soul family, soul tribe, like higher level stuff. But see, the Five of Swords, competition. The devil, you know what I mean? Like, the devil's trying everything to stop these connections from coming together. But the moon's revealing them. The moon's revealing the devils, the falsities. It's revealing the mask. For some of you, you could have thought you were in spiritual connections and you're realizing, in fact, you were not. Okay? And you might be like, well, great, what now? Like, oh my